Welcome back to another episode of Top 10 eBay Auctions of the Week. I am your host, Top 10 Pokemon. Today we are going to discuss, as always, the top 10 most interesting eBay auctions that I found in this week. And I also want to talk to you a little bit about the Pokemon card market and how we might be seeing a bit of a dip, finally, after the past 3 or 4 months of massive price increases. But we'll get to that at the end of this video. Let's start off right now with our number 10 auction, and it is none other than what I call Derp Face Eevee. Now, you might be wondering what the significance of this auction is, and it really isn't. I've never seen an artwork like that. It's kind of appalling to me. My daughter, he was a huge Eevee fan. I showed this to her, and she was like, she was just frightened at this art. It's very, very strange. Anyway, this is a promo PSA 10 Eevee GX that you got out of the special Pikachu Eevee collection. And it has according to the title, has a population of 8. Went for $84. So I was surprised because, for one thing, it's Eevee. Alright, a fan favorite. And another thing, it has a population of 8. Only 8. And it's a PSA 10. It only went for $84. So maybe that's a testament to this very, very silly artwork here. Yeah, so had to share that. I was just like, So yeah, Derp Face Eevee, our number 10 auction went for $84. Our number 9 auction, we have a PSA 10 Shiny Charizard GX from Hidden Fates that ended at almost $1,000. It was actually $979. And could someone tell me why this card is almost $1,000 still? I mean, if you look at the population here, it has a population of 1,039 PSA 10s. And you know that number is going to keep shooting up because there's still packs. There's still tons and tons of booster boxes and packs of this stuff. So why is this card so crazy? I realize it's popular, but you really think that this is $1,000 is a good investment on this right now? Maybe it is. I don't know. I, for one, would rather have a vintage Charizard, a base set 9 Charizard for that price, or actually less right now. But hey, to each his own. Charizard GX Full Art PSA 10 went for $979. Okay, sure. On to the next one, number 8. And I want to bring this up because I keep seeing this. I keep seeing this auction end. And this is a base set PSA 10 Blastoise that went for supposedly $2,425. And if you also look here, we have an auction ending very soon. It ends in a little bit less than 2 days. It's already at $1,800 for this card. So either there's a grand conspiracy to shill bid these Blastoise cards, or this price of the card has gone up drastically. Which is it? It's one thing to see a crazy price like this come by. You think, okay, yeah, somebody shill bid it up. But when you keep seeing it, makes you wonder, is this card really getting to be that valuable? Now, next week sometime, actually 9 days from now, we have 2 unlimited PSA 10 base set Blastoise ending at a PWCC auction. Okay, and right now, with 9 days to go, that card is at $1,225. So I think next week we'll have a true testament to what this card is actually worth through the PWCC auctions. I think it's much more legit to see those auction ends. So we'll really see what this card is worth. But right now, I keep seeing them go for between $2,000 and $3,000 as a 10. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't know. What's your opinion about it? Let me know. All right, number 7 auction. We have a complete common and uncommon first edition fossil graded card set. So that's all the commons, all the uncommons, 31 cards that went for $950. So to break that down for you, that's about $30 a card right here for all the commons and uncommons. So that was pretty cool. You don't got any hollows in this, but almost $1,000 for some commons and uncommons. Not too shabby. Okay, next auction. And yes, this card has continued to go up. We are at a new price that I've seen of $870, and that is for a PSA 9 base set Charizard Holo. Not Shadowless, not first edition, just a base set, run-of-the-mill, unlimited Charizard. PSA 9 now go for $870. So that's awesome to see that Charizard stock always increasing. Yep, that's the new price to beat. All right, next auction we have from the always loved Neo Revelation set. We have a first edition Misdreavus, I think that's how you pronounce it, Misdreavus, PSA 10 that went for $5,000. Now this has a population, according to the title, I haven't looked it up, but I'm assuming they're right, population of 10 of these cards. So once again, you have a beautiful artwork, you have a very low population, a very sought after set. So for $5,000, sure, that sounds about right. Yeah, $5,000 for this card. And all the hauls from this set are just awesome. All right, let's get into some booster box action. We have here a sealed Aquapolis booster box that went for $13,500. So you don't really see the Aquapolis boxes come through very often. Skyridge, yeah, Aquapolis, not really so much anymore. But yeah, in this set you get those 3 crystal cards. I believe it's Crystal, Lugia, Nidoking, and Kingdra. A bunch of other very valuable holographics as well, but those are the big 3 hitters of this set. So yeah, $13,500 for a sealed Aquapolis booster box. All right, up next we have, and this is very interesting, a first edition base lot. He labels them all excellent to near mint. So if we look at the description, he says, I just want to see how much this is worth. All right. So they're all, as far as the base set holos, he says they're all first edition, except of course the Charizard and the Venusaur. Those are shadowless, so still very valuable there. But yeah, he's got a picture of shadowless Charizard here, a base set Charizard, I guess he's throwing in. I got a couple pictures of the holos here, which he says are all excellent and near mint. If you look at the backs, they look like maybe a light play, a lot of them. Some of them a little bit better condition. You even have some fossil holos there, some first editions. You got some of the non-holo first edition base set cards there. So yeah, $15,000 for this raw card lot. Very nice, very nice. I think that's an excellent price. For someone looking to grade all these cards, I think you definitely get your money back or more with all of these in the condition that they are stated that they're in. So very cool. All right, another booster box here. We have a record auction price for a base set unlimited sealed booster box is now going for $8,900. So yeah, it's just creeping up ever so slightly. It seems like every week it's going up like $2,000, or not $2,000, like $200 every week. So we're gonna see it. $10,000 coming soon. So yeah, $8,900 for a base set unlimited sealed booster box. And our last auction of the week, and this was covered in a few other PokeTuber videos, but this is a PSA 10 first edition base set Charizard that went for $37,000. Now, when I first saw this, I had to look more into it. When I first saw this, I thought, that kind of sucks, because the base set Zards have been valued, a PSA 10 base set Zards have been valued at like $40,000 to $50,000. And I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, why all of a sudden is this less than $40,000? That's not good, right? That's not good for the hobby. Well, this is the card that's been listed for quite a while. I forget what country, it's from Norway, but the seller never displayed pictures of the back of the card. Apparently it's a very weak PSA 10. And even in the description, he says right here, this is for the kind of collector who prefers to look at the label rather than the edges. I don't know about you guys, but if I'm going to invest $37,000 into a card that's labeled Gem Mint, I want it to be Gem Mint. You know what I mean? You're paying an awful lot of money for a label there. But somebody bought it. But that's why it went so low. It's because apparently it's probably not a PSA 10 worthy card, yet somehow it got that grade. So, yep, $37,000 for a first edition base set Charizard. I'm glad that that wasn't the new standard, that this card isn't actually in gem mint condition, but rather, yeah, someone just wanted to pay for the label. So, all right, up next, now that we're done with the auction, let's talk a little bit about the market. Now, over the past almost 2 weeks, I've noticed a decline in certain cards, particularly graded cards. Now, as they've said before, there's going to be cards that continue to always go up in value and cards that might dip back down. And I want to share with you some of the cards that I've noticed really dip back down, whether it was related to being overhyped or whatever the case is. Not all cards have gone up. You know, Charizards, yes, sealed product, yes, but some of these have kind of dipped down significantly. Now let's start off with looking at this Slow King. This is a PSA 9 first edition Slow King. Now, if you know anything about Slow King and Neo Genesis, the PSA 10 copy, I think there's 10 examples in the world. Super expensive card. Definitely have to be over 5 figures by now. We haven't seen one come through in quite a while. But the Mint 9s, you know, a month or two ago, were going for $645. I got one right here, around that area. $645. And I got another one here for $557, but recently one just went for $395. So if you think about percentages, that's quite a decrease there, from $600 some dollars to $395. So I noticed that. I was thinking, eesh. But you know, speaking of Neo Genesis, we have here a Typhlosion 18 first edition PSA 9 that went previously for $760, you know, and just very recently one went for $525. So that is $235 less in a matter of like a month or two of decrease. Now, I think this card was very hyped up. I think it was kind of riding the Typhlosion 17 train there when that card exploded as a PSA. Well, pretty much all the grades now have exploded in price, and this card tried to follow suit, but at the end of the day, it's not a Typhlosion 17. The population of a PSA 10 is not 9, you know, so there's a lot more copies of this, and this card's price was definitely inflated a month or two ago, and I think it's dipping back down to reality now at the $525 price tag. You might be thinking, well, yeah, maybe some PSA 9s are dipping down, but PSA 10s are going strong. Not exactly. And I got an example right here. We have a Dark Vileplume, first edition PSA 10 from Team Rocket. This is the holo. And it used to go for about $350 all day. A matter of 2 months ago, one went for $340, right? Not bad. Well, just yesterday, one went for $227.50. So that's, you know, over $100 less for this card. And this is the PSA 10 first edition holo. So, yeah, I'm not worried about the market. We all kind of expected a dip after this giant increase in profits for these cards. And I think that's just where we're seeing it. We're seeing some of these cards. A lot of them are PSA. There's a lot more that I'm not showing here that I just wasn't able to look up in time, but we're seeing a dip in certain cards. And certain cards were not. Like I said before, base set first edition cards are always increasing. Sealed product is constantly increasing. Charizards are still out of control. But there's some cards, like this Vileplume, the Slow King, Typhlosion, that have dipped back down a little bit. Now, that might come back up soon. We don't know, but just wanted to bring that to your attention. So that's it for the video. Let me know what you think. Is the market going to be dipping back down further? Do you think these prices are going to hold? What was your favorite auction that you've seen end here? Let me know in the comments, and stay tuned for my next video. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.